Hi everyone, welcome to Poorva Bhadrapada Academy. So today is New Year's Eve. I'm thinking of doing up a special video for everyone. I'm going to talk about the general outlook of the year 2024 for everyone. Okay, so let's begin. When we assess how a period is going to be, like how 2024 is going to be, we look at a few certain planets that are important because they take a longer time to transit. So these planets are Saturn, Jupiter, Ketu, and Rahu. Okay, let's talk about Ketu Rahu first. For those of you who are not very familiar with Vedic astrology, just take this as information. Now, Ketu and Rahu, they represent the south node and the north node of the moon. Okay, they are not actual planets; they are imaginary planets, but they play a very important part of our lives. Okay, Rahu represents our obsession, okay, our desires, while Ketu represents something that we already know. Okay, now later on, I'll talk a bit more, which then makes sense to you. So, back in about November 2023, Rahu and Ketu have transited to the sign of Pisces and Virgo, respectively. Okay, so let me talk about Rahu first. I said that Rahu represents our obsession, right? Yeah. And then Pisces. What is Pisces? Pisces actually carries the energy of the 12th house, which is mysticism, occult, spirituality. It is not religion, okay? Spirituality, to be very frank, has nothing to do with religion. No. So when Pisces transited over when Rahu transited over Pisces, you find that a lot of people, in fact, majority of people, they are obsessed with spirituality. Topics like feng shui, 八字, astrology, it becomes the talk of the town. And everyone is so interested to find out what's the reason behind things. Okay, so, we all know Aries is that very first sign, right? But Pisces is a sign just behind Aries, meaning to say it is the background, it is the reason behind what's happening in Aries. So everyone during this period, they are looking for reasons, they are looking for, why is it happening this way? Why are conflicts happening? So in 2024, everyone will be obsessed with this. So industry like what I've mentioned, the metaphysics, this will actually be very popular in 2024. Now, Rahu is in mythology. Rahu is also a disciple of Venus. So, meaning to say, in the whole of 2024, Rahu is going to behave like Venus, and Venus is exalted in Pisces, right? But what is Pisces? Pisces is also devotion, right? Pisces is creativity, and Venus is creativity. Okay, so in 2024, logic will actually be thrown out of the window. You will find that people are making decisions not based on logic. Okay, but on a mundane level, what it means that creativity will bloom. Okay, so we will look at, in not the too long ago, like 1 year, 2 years ago, AI has been the talk of the town, right? So in 2024, AI will be used for creativity. It's no longer about using AI to generate money. Everyone wants money, right? But AI during this period will be used for creativity. And you will find that those who use AI to want to generate money, they're not going to receive any good results. But rather, if you use AI to generate creativity, for example, you use AI to do up beautiful websites. You use AI to generate beautiful pictures. Nothing to do with money. Right? These things will actually work out well better than those that are just targeting for money. Okay, it brings this back to Ketu. Now, Ketu is what I've mentioned, is something that we already know. It's the energy that we already know, meaning to say we do not care for certain things, right? So the way to actually make more money in 2024 is not to pursue money. Yeah, I have mentioned this in my previous videos for certain ascendants. The way to actually make more money is to not care for money. So use creativity, okay, to enhance your work, enhance your career, enhance your business. Then money will come. Then your business will flourish. Do not just pursue money, okay. So things like giving discounts will not work. But how do you harness the energy of creativity? Now, of course, there are many things to talk about for Ketu and Rahu. Well, it's not the purpose of this video, okay. But there's one thing I also need to point out. The beginning of 2024, we're going to see more healthcare issues. Okay, why? Because the sign of Virgo, right, carries the energy of the sixth house. So what is sixth house? Sixth house talks about obstacles, diseases, anything that impedes you. So when Ketu is transiting over Virgo, right, you'll find that people do not care about health. And there will be cases of outbreaks of diseases that, um, nobody can actually pinpoint what's the reason behind. Things like that will happen. So what I'm trying to say is you have to really take good care of your health, especially the earlier part of 2024. And healthcare industry, in this case, will also do very well. Okay, because any companies that deals with health products, they're going to do well. Okay, because there will be some kind of increase in infections, and particularly during the first 3 to 4 months of 2024. So guys, do take note of that as well. Okay, then we talk about another major planet, that's Saturn. Saturn transits over a certain sign for 2.5 years. So it's going to stay in this particular sign, Aquarius, for quite some time. Okay, for the whole of 2024 and then beyond. Now, what is Aquarius? Aquarius in Vedic astrology is also the highest house of the sixth house. It's the sixth from Virgo. So again, it points to healthcare. It points to diseases. But it is in the nakshatra of Shatabishaka, okay, which is about healing. So again, it's a double whammy. Healthcare industry is going to actually perform very well. Okay, but it will be in that nakshatra of Shatabishaka for until about March, April, and then it will go on to Poorva Bhadrapada. Okay, all these terms may not make sense to you, but it's okay. Just get this as information. As information. Poorva Bhadrapada represents the symbols for Poorva Bhadrapada. It's actually a man with two faces, two swords, the front leg of a funeral cot. Okay, so what does all this mean? Now, I will see more conflicts also in 2024. Okay, why? Because swords, two swords. What do you use swords for? To fight, right? So when people are on one hand, Rahu is so obsessed with trying to find out the reasons behind things, right? Saturn will be also when it's in Poorva Bhadrapada. People are fighting for reasons that they think, or for reasons that they believe are the right reasons, which is sometimes quite scary. Okay, so yes, I do see a bit more conflicts in 2024. So yeah, something for everyone to take note. But when conflicts arise, what are the things that will be affected? Food production, logistics. Okay, so these are probably the things that you may want to consider, to look at when you do investments. Okay. Now, why do I talk about investments? Because Pisces is also investments. All right. And Jupiter transits over a particular sign for 1 year, and right now it is in the sign of Aries. So about June onwards, it will be in the sign of Taurus. And when Jupiter is in Taurus, Jupiter is actually looking at Ketu. So the malefic effects of Ketu will be controlled from June onwards, right? Meaning to say, whatever conflicts there are, diseases there are, it will be somehow controlled as well. Okay, which is actually, I would say, a grace, right? But nonetheless, whatever I have mentioned just now, do take note of them. Okay, so guys, this is the end of my analysis for 2024. I see you next year, and a happy new year to everyone. Thank you. Bye bye.